Hello everyone. This is the second video on adjoint of matrix. Now here we will discuss about some of the properties of adjoint matrix and we will talk about the inverse of a matrix. In my last video I have shown you how to find out the adjoint of a matrix. There this was the matrix and we found out this one was the adjoint of this matrix. And at the end of that video, I have asked one question. What happens if we multiply A and adjoint A? So now let us find out the result. So if we multiply two matrices, now first of all, these two matrices are multiplicable because this number of columns of this matrix and number of rows of this matrix are same. And after multiplication, we will get a 3 cross 3 matrix. So it has 3 rows and 3 columns. So let us find out the first row, first column element, that is this one. So for that we will take first row of this matrix and first column of that matrix. So this will be 1 into 1 plus 2 into 4 plus minus 2 into minus 12. So the result is 33. Hence we will write there 33. Similarly, let us find out the element of 3 1. Let us see the calculation. 4 into 1 minus 1 into 4, that is minus 4, then 0 into minus 12 will become 0. So the result will be 0. Now let us see the calculation of 2 positions element, that is second row, second column. So second row and second column of this matrix. So 0 into 2, 3 into 8 and 1 into 9 will be 9. So this will give 33. So thus we will calculate all the elements of this matrix and we got this result. So the result will be like this. In diagonally we have seen all elements are same and except that everything is 0. Now let us calculate the determinant of the matrix A. So for that, let us take the first row. Then the determinant will be 1 into 3 into 0 minus 1 into minus 1. That will be plus 1. Then minus 2 into, then next operation will come minus 2 into 0 minus 4 into 1, that is 0 minus 4. The next operation will come plus, then this element minus 2 into 0 into minus 1, that is 0 minus 3 into 4, that will be 12. So therefore the result will come 33. You know how to find out the determinants. So the result will be coming 33. So therefore we can say that these elements are basically the determinants. So from there a very important result we can find, that is A into adjoint A is equals to determinant of A into the identity matrix. Now if you commute these two matrices, then also you will get the same result. That means if I write adjoint A into A, it will give determinant of A into I. Now the order of I is depending on order of A. Here the order of A is 3 cross 3, that is it is a square matrix of order 3. Then I have to be an identity matrix of order 3. Therefore the first property of adjoint of matrix is A into adjoint of this matrix or adjoint of the matrix A into the matrix itself will give determinant of that matrix into the identity matrix of same order of A. Now from this we will derive one very important result. Let us multiply A inverse on both the side of this equation. Now A inverse is called the inverse of the matrix A. In matrix 1 we have learned how to find out A inverse by using elementary row operations. Now since matrix multiplication is commutative, that is A into B into C, will be equals to A into B into C. That is, first we can multiply BC, then multiply A, or first multiply AB, then multiply C. That will be same. So therefore we can write in this way also. A inverse into A, adjoint A letter, into, now this is a real number, determinant of A, will just come out, and A inverse into I. Now A inverse into A will become I. So therefore I into adjoint A is equals to determinant of A into A inverse into I. Now we know multiplying any identity matrix with the matrix of same order will get the same matrix. So the result will become adjoint of A equals to determinant of A into A inverse. So now we will divide determinant of A in both the sides. We will get 1 by determinant of A into adjoint A is equals to A inverse. Thus from this result we get very important result, that is how to find out A inverse by using the matrix method. That is, we can write, to find out determinant of A, inverse of A, first we need to find out adjoint of A, then we will divide each and every elements of adjoint of A with determinant of A. Then we will get the inverse of a matrix. So in the last example we can see that A inverse is equals to 1 by 33 into the adjoint of A. Since we know that the determinant of A was 33, so 1 by 33. Now we can divide 33 with each and every elements. So it will become 1 by 33, 2 by 33, 8 by 33, and so on, like this. So this is the result. How to find out? This is the result of A inverse. So we have learned A inverse is equals to 1 by determinant of A into adjoint A. Now the question is, if determinant of A is equals to 0, then what happened? Definitely the whole thing will become undefined. So therefore A inverse will not exist. So therefore if A inverse exists, then determinant of A have to be not equals to 0. Now we know that if determinant of A equals to 0, then the matrix A is called a singular matrix, and if it is not equals to 0, then the matrix is called non-singular matrix. So therefore from this we can say that a matrix is invertible if and only if the matrix is a non-singular matrix. Now these are the steps to find out the inverse of a matrix. So first of all you have to find out determinant of A. If it is 0, then no need to find out A inverse, because A inverse will not exist then. Now if it is not equals to 0, then find out adjoint of A. And the last step, divide each and every element of adjoint of A by the determinant of A. Now let's see the next property of adjoint of A. So the question is, determinant of adjoint A is equals to how much? Is there any shortcut trick? The question question of this type is, suppose A be a square matrix of order 3 and determinant of A is given -5. Then without calculating the determinant of adjoint A, can we just write what will be the answer of determinant of adjoint of A? Yes, it has a shortcut trick. So for that we need to use this result. So let us think that A is an n cross n matrix. Now we will put determinant on both the sides. Since determinant of A into B will become determinant of A into determinant of B, then the left hand side we can write determinant of A into determinant of adjoint A. Now since I is also an n cross n matrix, it has n rows. So therefore from each rows determinant of A will come out. So therefore total n determinant of A will come out. So therefore determinant of A whole to the power n into determinant of I. Now since we know determinant of I is equals to 1, So therefore this line can be written as determinant of A into adjoint determinant of adjoint A is equals to only determinant of A whole to the power n. So after cancelling determinant of A from both the side, we can write determinant of determinant of adjoint A will be equals to determinant of A whole to the power n minus 1. So now let us find out the answer of this question. Now it is given that A is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So therefore from this result, if A is an n cross n matrix, we can write determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A whole to the power n minus 1. So therefore determinant of adjoint A will be determinant of A whole to the power 3 minus 1. So the answer will become minus 5, as determinant of A was minus 5. So therefore minus 5 whole to the power 2. The answer will be 25. So what we have learned in today's video, that A into adjoint of A is equals to adjoint of A into A will be determinant of A into I. A inverse will be equals to 1 by determinant of A into adjoint A. A is invertible if and only if A is non-singular, that is determinant of A is not equals to 0. And at the end, determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A whole to the power n minus 1 if A is an n cross n matrix. It will be A is an n cross n matrix. So in my next video, I will tell you about how to solve the system of linear equations by using matrix method, which is also known as Martin's rule. Thank you.